Hey guys, welcome on into the Josh Reese Show. I appreciate you guys for finding this, for giving this a watch, for giving this a listen, a like and subscribe. However you do it, I appreciate it and thank you very much. But I'm coming to you today right after the news of George Springer exiting Saturday's game with left hamstring discomfort. He was running down the line trying to beat out a single. He was trying to beat out a grounder, and his hustle, and he was hustling down the line, and ended up pulling up lame towards the end, grabbing his hammy, and the Astros look like they're going to keep him out of Sunday's game. They're going to be off Monday, so Tuesday I guess would be the ultimate determination on whether this is going to be something big time for George Springer or something that they can have him back like in a Carlos Correa type of timeline. But hamstring discomfort is very scary, and that's not something that should be taken very lightly. Not going to say it's going to be a DL thing, but we've all seen guys have problems with hammies in the past, and tough to see for George Springer. He's been working on I want to say it was a little bit over 200 plus starts in a row, and just really tough to see, especially since the early few seasons in his career he was marred with the George Springer is injury prone stuff. So I'm hoping that this hamstring pull won't bring that back into the universe. Because George Springer has been very healthy over the past few seasons, and that whole injury concern stuff was a bunch of bullshit, to be honest. So, definitely news to watch. As of right now, there's really nothing else to report on or say, other than the Astros are going to keep him out of Sunday's game, and no word if they're going to keep him out longer. I imagine he's going for MRIs and all type of testing right now to see how long of an injury this is, but I imagine they're just going to play it by ear for the next couple days. But in the meantime, there is going to be a massive hole in the Astros lineup. While George Springer hasn't hit very much recently, he does bat first in a lineup that sports, depending on who's pitching, Josh Reddick or Alex Bregman right behind him. Then you got Altuve, Carlos Correa, and the list goes on and on and on. So the question is, who will fill the void left by George Springer in this meantime? And positionally wise, I would imagine I would imagine if this is going to be a short term injury, it's going to be Jake Marisnick probably that gets a little bit more bump in playing time, and he probably won't bat leadoff. We'll get to that in a second. But Jake Marisnick would get the brunt of the time in a short amount of time playing in center field. But if this is going to be a longer period injury that the Astros are going to have to really start to think about, I do remember Dallas Keuchel saying that he thought that Josh Reddick, with all his athleticism, all this and all that, could play center field. I wonder if the Astros would tinker around with Reddick playing center field. But that's another conversation for another day. But for the meantime, I imagine that the beneficiary is going of Springer's playing time in center field is going to be Jake Marisnick. Now, when we get to Springer's playing time in the batting order, I do wonder who is going to take that role. Carlos Beltran, middle of the order guy, he's not going to be batting leadoff. I imagine there's three options that I'm thinking of. Jose Altuve, in my mind, would be the prime candidate if George Springer is going to be out for a large amount of time. Then you would turn to Jose Altuve. But if he's going to be out for a short amount of time, you don't want to move Jose Altuve for a game or two and then put him back at third. You don't want to screw with anything that's going on right there. But the other two names are Jake Marisnick and Nori Aoki. I do wonder if maybe they would. I don't know. That's an interesting question that I'm posing to myself right now. I think I would let Nori Aoki bat leadoff and Jake Marisnick bat ninth. Although, on a short-term basis, I guess it really doesn't matter which one bats leadoff. Yeah, that's interesting. Another option that I'm just thinking of on the fly as well is maybe they could have Bregman bat leadoff and have Josh Reddick bat second. Then you go with Altuve, Correa, Beltran, and so on. So there's a couple options that the Astros can do. I imagine the prime leading candidates are Jake Marisnick or Nori Aoki to bat and lead off. But wild card could be Alex Bregman. So again, not much else we can really say because there's not much else known right now. But it's gonna be hard to fill that 7 home run void that George Springer is gonna leave, at least in the short term. Hopefully he'll be back soon. I know if it was George Springer, he would want to be in for Sunday's game to keep on that consecutive games played streak. But unless you're eventually going to be trying to break Cal Ripken's record, no, just chill, bro. Just chill, bro. Take the day off and take Monday off. Come back Tuesday, a little bit more healthy. So that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you guys for giving this a watch. If this is your first time visiting this channel, my name is Josh Reese. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Joshua. I'd appreciate it if you would like this video, subscribe to this channel as well. I'll always have a lot of good content up here that if you're an Astros, Rockets, or even Texans fan, I normally have stuff for you. So feel free to share. Guys, I'm going to bounce on out of here, and I will catch you guys later. And always remember to try the veal.